Played by McCarthy. Isak! Liverpool 2, Southampton 1.
You would never write Liverpool off.
Getty with a curler! What a moment!
They are set up brilliantly. They make it difficult for you.
Here's Eze inside the penalty area. Gyökeres!
The options that Arteta have, the rotation he can make.
I think Arsenal can be champions this year.
Welbeck! And he hits the back of the net. It's Danny Welbeck. Bruno Guimaraes gets above the marker and heads the ball in at the far post.
There's a lot to be excited about for Newcastle fans.
Kudus comes back in on his left foot, draws the ball down low to the left and produces a brilliant finish.
No reason why they're not going to win FA Cups and League Cups.
And tucked in! Santigueno!
It's a really difficult job for Vitor Pereira.
Having scored twice in 90 seconds to turn it around at the beginning of the second half. Chelsea will know that they've been in an epic cup tie here, but it is one that Chelsea have won. Lincoln 1, Chelsea 2.
All right, 5 games then in the Carabao Cup tonight. Can we get through them all in the rest of the show, Jason? Let's try.
I think so, matey.
Holders Newcastle, home to Spurs, who have the best away record in the Premier League. How do you see this one?
I'm going to go for Newcastle. Look, Spurs' away record, as you've highlighted there, have been excellent. I mean, I thought Everton had a bit of a go at them. That disallowed goal changed the game, but Spurs' away record is superb. The thing is, Max, in these games like this, you know there's going to be weakened teams. You would have thought. I mean, they have to field a strong team, but the points at the weekend, Spurs got Chelsea at home, right? And they'll have an eye on that one as well. Newcastle got big games coming up as well. I'm going to just edge for Newcastle to go through in this one.
Mate, I mean, Newcastle are away to West Ham on Sunday, so actually they could rest them in, couldn't they? They could play a strong side. But yeah. I don't know. With my Spurs hat on, it's a bit like Chelsea. Sometimes Spurs go to St James's Park and it's sort of 5-0 after 8 seconds. You're not sure what's happened.
Yeah,
it's happened more than once. And you've just gone, how's this happened? Yeah. But, you know, I think Thomas Frank has done... There's a bit of murmuring about the football not being great, and I kind of understand that.
But like, I told you.
But when you, exactly. But when you turn up and you have to make them more solid, and you know it's 9 games in, and he has definitely done that, and so I think that it's a toss of the coin, but I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle got through that one. Your mob Chelsea at Wolves, how do you see it?
Look, we should win, Max. On the back of what was a disappointing result performance against Sunderland, this game has become a little bit bigger. I make the same point as I did just with Spurs. We've got half an eye on Spurs at the weekend. You know, he cannot afford to lose at Southampton against Sunderland, and then lose away at Spurs. You know, that is then turned into a bad week. This is almost a bonus. We're away at the worst team in the Premier League right now, and Chelsea should have enough for Wolves. But I did see that game against Lincoln in the previous round. We were terrible for the first half. Absolutely shocking. Yeah. Really, really bad.
But also, it's so important for Wolves, this. I mean, like, not this game. The game, you know, they got full at the weekend. Yeah, they are in such a desperate position, given how well the promoted sides have done.
Yes.
That I think, you know, if one team is going to throw this, it will be Wolves over Chelsea, because...
I think you're right.
You know, they're desperate, aren't they?
They are. Desperate's the right word. Yeah.
Man City, who always take this competition seriously,
they do.
They go to Swansea, and that is a nice draw, isn't it? When you look at everyone else is playing a Premier League side, this is a nice draw for City.
It's the best draw they could have had, other than it being at home. In all honesty, City's squad will have too much for them. I just can't see anything other than a comfortable Manchester City win. In all honesty.
We have commentary of Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. And, you know, Palace are such a good team.
They are.
And Liverpool, I think this might be the most interesting game, actually, of the night. Because
Palace have beaten them twice already this season. Well, of course, Community Shield.
We can count that. We can count it. It's kind of count. It doesn't really matter.
But
I mean, the fact is at Anfield, you do give Liverpool the better chance. They just have so many. They do have so many issues, and you think it depends if you're Palace. You know, you saw last year what it meant winning a trophy for Palace, right?
Yes.
And if they could do it again, of course, the Conference League is a good opportunity. Even though they did lose, they lose in the week. They did, didn't they?
2-1.
Look, it's a tough game for them, but if I were Glasner, I'd be really tempted to play a really strong team in this game.
Well, look, we're talking about a brilliant side in Palace. You know, they've caused a lot of teams a lot of problems. They've already beaten Liverpool. They come to Stamford Bridge first game of the season and drew with Chelsea. Defensively well set up. I know they lost Eze, but the way the games have gone for them since then, they've coped really well. Glasner has proven to be a very astute coach, tactically sets his team up. They're a tough team to play against. Now, Arsenal last weekend, it took them, 40 minutes to get a shot on target. You know, they do it well. They do what Palace do really, really well. I can't see possibly. This can't carry on, Max. Liverpool have got to win a domestic game. They haven't won a domestic game in over a month. That's got to stop, hasn't it? So I'm going to go for Liverpool.
Okay, and we've got 90 seconds on Arsenal v Brighton.
I just think Arsenal, they're just the mood they're in right now. You're going to see some fringe players, and this is an opportunity for the likes of Nieri to play Moreno, who hasn't started a few games recently. I think the Arsenal squad, the squad right now is so much better than it was 12 months ago. Brighton will come. Look, Brighton have proved to be a tough nut to crack under Hotspur, but I just can't see past Arsenal.
Okay, who's going to win the Carabao Cup?
Don't know. City.
Okay, I don't know either.
City.
Okay, City. I mean, it's a silly question because you don't know the draw. We don't know the draw. I mean, what I'm hoping is you watch the games and you enjoy them, Jason.
Yes.
Given this existential crisis that I have brought out of you in the last 3 hours, it was not my intention.
No,
Do you
I'm
think
sorry.
you'll watch the games and enjoy them?
I'm doing Chelsea TV later on, so I'll be watching Chelsea, but I'll watch the highlights of the others.
All right. And when you're on Chelsea TV, will you say, "God, this is a stinker"? Will you say that?
I've said it a few times this season.
Good. This is Al the Arsenal fan. He says, "Good afternoon, gents. I cannot believe you two have been on since 1. I'm gutted. Truthfully, you are my 2 favourite presenters, followed closely by O'Hara. I can't say great show because I haven't heard it or seen it. Max, I love the interior design in your shed. Thank you. Well, look, you can always listen back. But Jason, I've had the
thank you very
time
much.
of my life.
Loved it.
The best 3 hours of my entire life. I say, let's do it again sometime. As I said, if Jamie's off, Sports Bar
there you go, matey. Suits your hours,
They're
right?
Good for me.
Suits your hours.
Suit me. If you ever fall out with him, just let me know. Drive is next. Andy Goldstein and Gabby Agbonhall from